She said only kinky sex.
Hello, it's Amanda, the real deal Serrano, and I would like to give a special shout out to Can't Talk Too Much and Punch Gang.
Hello everyone, it's three-time world champion Victor Ortiz. I'd like to give a shout out to Can't Talk Too Much.
Hey, this is Monique Billings from the WNBA's Atlanta Dream, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Can't Talk Too Much.
What's the deal? It's the champ, Shannon Cannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Shout out to the Cam Talk Too Much and the Punch Gang. Keep punching on the opposition.
So let me slide, do a crime like we Bonnie and Clyde, and I never hide. Meet me outside by my fucking ride, and this shit real.
I want to give a big shout out to my best friend, Cam Talk Too Much, Punch Gang.
Cam Talk Too Much.
Like all the time. Said you mine, why the fucking line? Now you ain't even had no basis. Like all night. If you want me back to myself, we can make it good. Just call me fucking Roosevelt. Say, boy, you know what I'm saying.
All right. Hey, salute everybody who catching the interview, man. All right, y'all. So today we have a very special guest. We got a professional boxer. He making his presence known in the sport. And he's also the son of Hall of Fame legendary champion Gerald McClellan. We got Gerald McClellan Jr. in the building. We got SOG in the building. How you doing, brother? How you doing today?
Hey, it's good to be here, Cam. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm good, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. And also, I wanted to kind of start off by asking, you know what I'm saying, how your father doing, and also I kind of want to know what was it like growing up being the son of Gerald McClellan?
Man, first off, well, my father, he doing absolutely good, man. He doing great. A lot of emotion with him, man. A lot of laughs, a lot of good vibes, good times, and good energy with him, man. Anytime I talk to him, man, he doing real good. Growing up with him, what can I say, was the best, man. Me and him, our bond was like this. It's still like this to this day. Great father, great leader, great role model. I mean, everything in a man and a father that you would want, man, he that.
Okay, most definitely. Salute to that. And I'm not gonna lie, legendary hard hitter, one of the hardest punchers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people said they seen at middleweight, super middleweight. So most definitely salute to your father. So I kind of want to start off like this because you got a very interesting testimony.
Yeah.
From how your boxing career, we know you just started your professional career, but you got an interesting testimony. I guess it shows resilience, you know what I'm saying? Motivation for people not to give up. So would you like to, dive a little bit deeper into that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I started boxing a little bit later, man. I always knew how to fight, coming up, in the streets or whatever like that, man. I started off in the amateur circuit, man, like probably about 17 years old. Only had probably like 6 to 7 fights, man, something like that. My last fight, because I had 1 foot in the streets and 1 foot in the boxing ring. So my last fight was in 2011. 2011 is when I caught my federal case and I ended up being incarcerated. I ended up doing 7.5 years due to just being, man, hard-headed, regular young man, without a father figure to be on top of him, because I have a father, but due to his condition, he wasn't able to just, put on me and make sure, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, and I'm straight. So I got to a lot of trouble as far as being a teenager, in and out juveniles, and in and out the correctional facilities and stuff like that, man. So I came home after 7.5 years, and I made up my mind that I wanted to, become a professional boxer. take care of my kids, my family. You know, get them somebody to look up to. Just be a role model, man, to them. Like basically be what my father is and was to me, to my kids. So, you know, that was a big motivation right there, man, when I was behind bars, man. And, you know, I'm just seeing a lot of guys, you know, on TV and, you know, in my weight class or, you know, probably a weight class under me. And I'm just feeling like, man, I could do that, man. I know I could do that. Like, you know, with my genes, with my heart, with my willpower, you know, anything is possible in my head.
Okay, so most definitely. So let me ask you this. I kind of, matter of fact, I kind of, let me ask you this. So, um, you know, your professional career is real young right now, right? You
Yeah.
know, you're at the beginning stages. So far in your career, what are some challenges that you know have came in your, you know, that you've been faced with since you started your professional career?
Ah, man. Uh, as far as my weight division, man, and just in general, like by me being the son of a two-time middleweight world champion, boxing Hall of Fame legend, um, it's kind of hard for me to get fights right now, man. Like, but we getting them. Me and my team, I got a wonderful team, man. Shout out to my team, the whole team, Team SOG, son of Gerald, my aunt, which is my manager, my business manager, uh, you know, my coach. Uh, we just all work together, you know, to overcome, you know, certain obstacles that might be kind of like, you know, hard. Like, all right. So being that, you know, who my father is, I've run into opponents pulling out at the last minute. Like, okay, so let's say 2 fights ago. So I just had a fight August 12th in Houston.
In
And
Houston. Yeah, I was supposed to go to that one.
that
Yeah.
was first round knockout. That was due to a body,
Mhm.
a minute and 30 seconds, I believe. And before that, it was in May 20th. That was a first round stoppage. That was due to body shot. But so the fight in May, I went through at least 3, maybe almost 4 opponents, man. You know, at the last minute there, yeah, it's just like, you know, just excuses, oh yeah, well, this and this come up and that come up and no, we ain't gonna, you know, we ain't ready, we ain't gonna do that. Like, just, you know,
So they basically they kind of ducking the smoke.
man,
Basically,
hey, absolutely, man, absolutely. Like
they ducking the smoke, man.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I kind of feel like I kind of feel where Shakur coming from, man. When he say don't nobody want to fight him, man. You know, I do feel him on that, man. You know, it's kind of frustrating, but like I said, I got a good team, and we work diligently, man. We everybody put their heads together, man. You know, and they pretty much my team pretty much, you know, got everything covered. My team pretty much got everything covered to where, you know, they could, you know, handle the business side and handle everything else while I just, you know, focus on training and, you know, focus on my fight.
Okay. So okay, I'm gonna ask this one. So since you know you've been pretty much you around the sport and you pretty much in the sport. So let me ask you this: what advice would you give to anybody wanting to pursue boxing? Then I kind of want to get into some more stuff because, yeah, let me just ask you that question. We're gonna get into something else.
But anybody see, cause like, okay, the sport is very dangerous. First and foremost, man, the sport is very dangerous, man. But it's an entertaining sport. Now, any advice to anybody? Because like while I'm in the gym and, you know, I got, like, while I'm training, I got a whole bunch of amateurs, you know, that's around me in the same gym as me, and, you know, once they get wind of who I am and I'm a professional boxer, and they got all type of questions. And so, you know, first thing I would say to a person that really wants to do this or think that they, you know, want to pursue this is make sure you're serious. First and foremost, man, make sure you're serious about this. This is what you want to do. And when you do it, make sure you have the utmost discipline. You have to have discipline. You know, should no coach be, you know, trying to force you, you know, to come to the gym, have to look for you, have to call you, you know, force you to run on the days that, you know, you don't come, or run before you even get to the gym or even after the gym. And like, you got to put the road work in. You got to put, you know, you got to eat right, man. You got to get the proper sleep, man. You have to, the biggest thing is mentally staying focused. Don't let anything distract you, you know, from the task at hand. Nothing. Like right now, like, you know, okay, so I got a fight at the end of this month, September 30th, which is approximately probably like about like two more weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
So anything like any negative, like I'm real big on energy, man. Any negative energy, any negative vibes, like I stay away from. You know, if anybody call my phone, if you know, even if I see a post on social media, man, I ain't gonna indulge it, and like I ain't gonna comment on it. I ain't gonna make no post that's negative, man. Like, I have to have a clear state of mind. My vibes gotta be positive, my energy gotta be just like clean, like I don't even want to hear oh, well, your opponent, man, you know, he could do this and he could do that. I don't care what he could do. I know what I'm gonna do.
You got your tunnel vision basically.
Yeah, man,
So
you have to have belief in yourself. You have to. That's the most important thing, belief.
okay, most definitely. Okay, so I'm glad you spoke on the fight on the 30th, because I was gonna ask you about that. What's your preparation been like for that fight on September 30th? I know it's in Louisiana. The
Yep.
name of the city, it's like Plaquemine or Plaquemine or something like that.
I
I'm
would have
kind
to,
of.
I would have to look at the flyer again, but it's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh, it's gonna be in Baton Rouge.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to make it out there to that fight. So, what's your preparation been like for that fight?
Oh man, so like any other fight, man. Like, uh, I ain't gonna say I approach every fight, you know, the same, but it's really the same as far as, you know, my training regimen goes, man. We in the gym 6 days a week, man. Sparring 3 times a week. Maybe we get an extra day of sparring in on that Saturday. We doing road work. We doing you know, just the regular stuff, man. Practicing technique. My Coach Ron Collins, man. You know him and his wife Lynn Collins. They them two together as a team, man. I haven't seen nothing like it, man. You know, it's not too often when you have a husband and wife, you know, that's, you know, works together hand in hand on training, you know, a fighter. So, you know, while I'm in the ring, you know, with Coach Ryan, you know, I'm hitting the pads, we're working on technique, we going over game plans, stuff like that, man. If there's one little thing that I may do wrong or Coach Ron might miss, you know, his wife is on the outside of the ring, and you know she'll pick up on it very fast, man. She, you know, Coach Lynn, Miss Lynn is damn near like just as good as any other male coach that I've ran into or worked with. So, you know, I'm getting the best of both worlds right now, man. Two minds in one.
Okay. So, and speaking of that, because I know initially beginning your career, you was trained by Julian Jackson, right?
Yeah, I worked with Julian Jackson. Yep,
You
and
worked with Julian Jackson, former opponent of your father. I think they fought twice, and I know your father won both times, and he was regarded as one of the hardest hitting punches in boxing history. He kind of looked at um okay, now you speaking on your trainers now. So how you feel like, you know, you've been getting some pretty good trainers, you know, Coach Jackson, now you speaking on the husband and wife pair. So how has your training staff that you've been working with, how has that helped you, you know what I'm saying, this far in your career?
oh man, it's like okay, so I've I've had the opportunity, man. I've been blessed, man. I've had the opportunity to work with some of the best coaches, man. Like just because certain well, some coaches you may never hear about, as far as like on TV or, worldwide, man. That don't mean anything, man. I swear, like, every coach has something different that they bring to the table, man. Every coach has a different style that they teach you, different techniques, and and I've been blessed to be under the tutelage of some good coaches, man. I take something from each coach, man. Like each
Mm-hmm.
out of that I've ever worked with, been in the gym with, been blessed to, work beside, man, is, they've given me some tools, man. I call myself a handyman because like my
Yeah.
my tools, my toolbox, I have so many tools in my toolbox, man. You could never be equipped with enough tools. And when I tell you that I handle business when I'm in the ring, hey, I handle business like a handyman. I got so many tools, man. So, you know.
Okay, I like this. So that lead me to the next question. I gotta ask it, SOG. So okay, you fighting at the end of this month. What type of performance should the people be expecting? Should we expect a boxing lesson, or should we expect you going in a hell of a knockout? You've been doing a lot of first round knockouts. You've been getting a lot of guys out of there. So should we expect a boxing lesson or just straight knockout?
Okay, so man, sometimes like okay, so like my last fight I just had in August. I wanted to get the people a show, man. I wanted to so bad, man. I like, that was my thing. Like when I when I watch tapes on, my opponents, right there and there, first, second round, I'll be able to, figure them out right then and there. So, you know, it depends. Like sometimes it depends on me. Sometimes it depends on their style. Like okay, so like I said, last fight, I wanted to get in there and I wanted to go some rounds. So, I wanted to display my boxing ability, man. My ring IQ. So, but I am an aggressive fighter. I am a stalker. So, hey, it depends, man. First round gonna tell everything, man. However I come out and however I'm feeling, it may be short. Hey, it may be short, it may be shorter.
Yeah.
But
Cause I think I had looked up the bout on BoxRec, and I think from the order, I think you like co-main that night, or main event, co-main or main event. So okay, most definitely. Okay, the people. Hey, I'ma just say this, and this can't talk too much saying this. Just don't blink, y'all. Just
please,
don't blink.
hey, please don't.
Hey, don't blink. So okay, this leads me to this next question. So far in your career, it could be in the ring, it could be something in training, and because I do kind of want to ask you about some of the sparring, and
Okay.
I did hear you tell a story before, so I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But so far, what's been your most memorable moment on your boxing journey?
Let's see. Well, let's see.
If you got more than one, that's cool too. You can list that too.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. So, boxing has in a short few years of me being pro, because I ain't been pro that long, man. I'm about to have my sixth pro fight at the end of this month. And I went pro in 2021. So I ain't been boxing that long as far as pro. But yeah, like boxing, since I went pro, man, it's opened up a whole new world for me, man. Like I've been traveling, I've been from state to state, I've been everywhere training, but the most memorable, to date is just going to camp. I went to camp twice for two fights in the Virgin Islands over there with the Jackson family, with Julian Jackson and Julius Jackson, his son, and just like the atmosphere over there. Like soon as you get off the plane, like it's just, and you land on that island, man, it's like the vibes. Like I said, I go by energy. I'm a big energy person. Like the vibes, the energy is just all warming, man. It's like it's kind of mystical, man. Like you get like the air is different, man. The atmosphere, like the people, the people so warm. And when you get off the plane, and the people on the island, the people in the gym, just shout out to all the guys that's in the gym, all my former teammates over there, man. You got Dion Pruitt, man. He now his name he goes by the business, man, because he does take care of business. I'm SOG, I'm Southern Girl, and that's the business, man. Shout out to Dion Pruitt, man. Dion, beautiful sparring partner, man. Good work. He in the same weight division as me. I think he's about 7-0 with like 5 knockouts. So, he's a force to be reckoned with, man. He real good work, man. Julian Jackson, man. When I tell you, man, his spirit, man, like he's so welcoming, man. Like he has this energy about him to where he's easy to get along with, he's easy to work with, man, but he pushes you, man. He gonna get that beast that's inside you. He gonna bring it up out of you, man. So, shout out to all the Jacksons, man, and and my family on the Virgin Islands, and shout out to Coach Randy. Coach Randy was my secondary coach over there, alongside with Julian. And Coach Randy Williams, man, he is something else when it comes to getting me in shape, man. My conditioning, man. It just everything over there with that island and both of my camps I spent there, man. I can't wait to go back there, and I can't wait to I have the opportunity to go back out there, and however we set it up, with my coach now, and then my former coaches over there, man. Like I look forward to going back out there.
Yeah, okay, most definitely. And look, okay, so let's talk about it real quick, SOG. We just with the name alone, Gerald McClellan Jr.
Yep.
So that, and to me personally, that would be a reason where I would look at it like it should be a lot of dudes really ready to hop in the ring with you, to even just have that name on the resume. So, okay, you know what I'm saying? We see you do good work in the gym. We see you taking care of business in the ring. You know what I'm saying? When it's time for you to fight. So let's just be real. You ain't got to be humble. You could pop your shit. You could do whatever. Why do you think that these dudes are ducking you like this? Or even, some dude just backing out last minute, because that can mess up a show right then and there, just backing out.
It definitely can. And by the grace of God, man, I've, there's been like 3 different occasions where, at the last minute, I'm talking about probably like 2 weeks before time, I get a opponent that bag out, then I got to find another one. Then he a bag out, then I got to find another one. Like that right there, that's nerve wracking, man. And like I said, you have to be focused. And that right there would, take the attention off of, you visualizing, what you're gonna do in the ring, and your victory. So, it's kind of nerve wracking, but at the same time, I keep my composure, man. I am very, very, very I'm very humble, as far as like, I'm not easily rattled at all. My level of being relaxed and calm is crazy. Like, I perform very well under pressure, man. When everybody's senses is up and everybody alert and everybody, antennas is up, man. Mine's is up as well, but I just be, laid back and cool. Like, I'm cool, calm, collective, man. But so to answer your question, I don't know. I feel like everybody is the name, man. The name, the G-Man name, man. The McClellan name. That's like if Tyson had a son that was boxing, man. I'm pretty sure, genetically wise, man. He would have everything that Tyson had, and they would be scared of him just because of that. So
yeah. I feel that. And one thing, and I'm not gonna lie. One thing that I like that you saying is the discipline thing, right?
Yeah.
Because one thing that I speak about a lot personally, and I tell people, I say it's cool to wake up and do something because you motivated to do it. It's cool having motivation. Motivation will take you far. But
Yeah.
it is better to have discipline because motivation may not always be there. And
Yeah.
motivation may not always push you to finish the goal or task. But if you discipline, you know that you gotta do it. You know you gotta stick to that routine. So hey, salute to you because just speaking on the importance of discipline and everything.
Hey man, like
So go ahead.
so what I was gonna say, man, my level of so motivation and discipline goes hand in hand. So my motivation, man, every day when I wake up, man, and I look at my kids, man. Every day when I wake up and I look at my kids, man, they my motivation. Every time I look in the mirror and I see my father's face and I know that I'm my father's son, that's motivation. Every time if I walk through my house and I see a picture of my pops or a picture of me and my pops, like that's motivation. Um, anytime I get on any social media and like it could be on any platform and somebody comment on one of my videos or somebody DMing me and telling me, man, like, man, listen, your father was a bad man. He was one of my favorite fighters back in the day, man, back in his time. And, you know, I'm gonna be following you from now on because I was such a big fan of your father's. Like the motivation is there. The motivate look, me want to continue to light up my kids' eyes every time they see me on TV, every time they somebody tells them about me or something that I did, like um anytime I walk into the gym and there's a kid or a teenager or a young adult, they might be on a punching bag or might need a little pointers on on correcting their stance or throwing the right punch, like, and they look up to me. As soon as I walk in the gym, they look up to me. They look forward to seeing me in the gym. So like just respect, man, just the motivation is there. I can name 100 other things that motivate me. Now the discipline comes in to where you don't want to let yourself down. Let alone you don't want to let those people that look up to you and it's behind you down. I refuse to lose. I refuse to I refuse to let down my supporters and the SOG community. I refuse to. Like, so, now when I say lose, I don't mean lose like as far as in a match because I do have one loss. But I do. That was my third pro fight. I do have one loss. And after that I've been, man, it's been a slaughter ever since then. And it's going to continue to be that. It's going to be a slaughter ever since then. So that loss was a lesson. That loss. So either a L is gonna make you or break you. It's going because okay, we've seen what happened to boxers like Roy Jones Jr. After that knockout that he got retarded, man. He Roy couldn't get back on the horse, and ride the horse as good as he once could, man. He it was like loss after loss after loss. Then it was becoming, like then he have a win. Then it was just I'm just like, damn, Roy, like, man, I hate to see you go out like this, man. Just man, bow out gracefully.
Yeah.
Did what you did in the sport, man. So just so I hate to see one of my role models, man, in the sport of boxing, man, go out like that, man. But anyway, like, so that one loss, it made me a better fighter. It
Yeah.
made me a better man. It made me a better person. Like when I tell you, I had a lot of, reevaluating with myself, like as far as like, man, This right here, I ain't gonna never have this embarrassing feeling again. I ain't gonna never let my people down again. I ain't gonna never bring shame to the McClellan name again. And that's made me get up. But early that I do get up
Yeah.
before anybody else and go to the bike path, go to the jogging path, and go get that road work in. That made me stay in the gym longer than everybody else stay in the gym. And
Yeah.
I'd be the one to shut off all the lights and lock the gym down. Like that type of discipline right there, like, you know, that comes from the hunger. The hunger to want to win. The hunger to not want to lose again. Like, you know, so I'm glad I got that one L early in my career and to see what it felt like to get that L. So
Hey, and I'm glad you said this. So look, I wanna say this because this one story that I heard from you, right? And I was like, I say, yeah, he a dog. He a dog. When you told the story, because I'm from Beaumont. I don't know if you know what I said. That's right by Houston.
right.
Yeah, that's right by Houston, like an hour and a half away. I'm in Houston like every week or whatnot. But you told a story when you was at J Prince Gym.
Hmm?
And you said that I guess the guy I think he was a higher up weight class than you. Then you said that he didn't have nobody to spar.
Yeah.
Then you looked at him and was like, hey, fuck it, let's get some work in. And I think you said it, even dude was surprised, like, what, you want to get some work in?
Yeah.
And I remember you told that story. So do you mind retelling that story? Because when I heard you say that, I was like, oh yeah, he a dog. He
Yeah.
like his daddy.
So okay, so I came down here because I have a few relatives down here, man. And one of my relatives, he's my cousin, man, named Anton Cobb, man. Anton Cobb is a professional fighter. He's a welterweight, and he's signed to Shakur Stevenson and Jay Prince. So he called me up. He was like, "Yeah, man, look, G man." He was like, man, you ready to come down here, man? He was like, man, you come down here, see how it is, man. See if you like it, man. You know, you can meet the old man. You know, they call the old man, they call Jay Prince the old man. He was like, man, you can meet the old man. You know, talk to him. You know, rap with him. You know, talk to Shakur. You know, just see how, you know, get a feel for this down here, man. So I was like, I bet. So bought a plane ticket, flew down here for about 10 days. And I'm with him. I'm with Anton. Anton, you know, he with Shakur. All three of us, we in the gym, working side by side with each other, man. I'm seeing Shakur, he's sparring. So I take it upon myself, man. You know, I'm looking around. I'm trying to, you know, because I'm bigger. You know, I'm walking around at like 180, you know, fighting at 175. So I'm looking, and I kind of see a guy that's in the gym, man, that's around like about my size, man. Even though he was a little bit bigger, he's probably like 240. I'm like 180. He about 240. So I'm like, I bet. Now I'm used to walking around at 200 and sparring in the gym with guys just like 230, 220, 240, stuff like that. So, you know, I see him and I go over there to him. I was like, hey, you trying to get some rounds in, man? Man, anybody in here you working with? He was like, oh, nah, man, you know, I'm getting ready for the Golden Gloves. Nah, I ain't, you know. Man, sure, I'll give you some rounds. So I said, I bet. So I go over there, get my head. I tell Anton, I was like, hey, I'm about to spar dude over there. He was like, who, him? I'm like, yeah. He was like, gee, you tripping, man. We listen.
Yeah.
He say, listen, we professional. He was like, listen, you won't. He say, we spar within our weight class. Like, we ain't back at home, back in Illinois, where you just get some random work in. Like, listen, man, this is like, you can get hurt, like, you know, by sparring somebody that's in a weight class or two above you, man. You don't, like, nah, man. I'm like, man, come on, man. I'm trying to get that work, man. Listen, man. I said, I came down here for a reason, man. I ain't come down here to play, man. I came down to get work in. Like,
Iron sharpen iron.
yeah, iron sharpen iron, man. So we did, man. Jay Prince, he come out of his office, you know, he don't say much. You know, he was like this. Man, hey, man, hey, then Shakur's right there, man. You think I didn't? Hey, what? Yeah, so we got it in, man. I think we went about 4-5 rounds, man. And man, we got it in. So you know that was a good experience for me, man.
So let me ask you this, because I asked everybody this boxing related who I interview on the channel. So professional fights, sparring, anything. Who would you say, anybody you sparred, anybody you fought professionally, who was the hardest puncher you went against? Or any the hardest puncher, went into the ring with?
Let me see. And listen, it's in all honesty, man. Like what I tell you, I've sparred so many different people from Chicago to Rockford, Illinois to Madison, Wisconsin to the Virgin Islands, Houston, Texas, Katy, Texas, just everywhere. Like I can't remember anybody that stands out off the top of my head, but I've sparred some good competition, some great competition, man. Like, but to be honest, like my weight class or 2 weight classes above me, man. Like I can't just pinpoint anybody to be like, nah, he has power. He has power. But on the flip side, people, all of my opponents, professional sparring, like whatever, they always say the same thing about me, man. You hit hard as a motherfucker. You hit hard, man. And you chin on you. You got your chin the truth. He's like, man. So I mean, but I can't.
So what's your favorite? What's your favorite punch? What's your favorite punch that you just love throwing? What's your favorite punch that you like throwing?
I love my jab. I love my jab
Yeah,
because I understand that the jab is the most important and
most
most
important.
punch in boxing. So I love my jab. I love my right. I love my left hook to the body. Um, I love getting inside work too. I love inside work. I I I think I like inside work a little bit too much, than I should like it, because I got long arms. And um my coach be on me about, being on the outside and just using my length, to where, I don't have to get hit, man. But I listen, when I tell you, man, my chin is crazy, like, see, in the sport of like I was just telling an amateur a few days ago, it's inevitable. You're gonna get hit. So prepare yourself to get hit. You're gonna get hit. And me, I take chances, man. I like to come in. I like to come in, man. Like my thing is that body. I fell in love with the body. I like that body.
Oh yeah, yeah. The body blows. Okay,
Yeah. Hey, stay. Hey, listen. Stay the hell away from me. Keep your body away from me because I want it. I want
man.
that.
SOG, man. Look, I'm a YouTuber, and sometimes we be having us a lot of drama on here. So I'm getting ready for a YouTube boxing match. So I might have to get some. I might have to get in that gym with you, SOG. So
Hey,
yeah, I might have to hit
we
you up
both in
about it.
Texas, baby. We both in Texas. This
Yeah,
this home now for me, so we both in Texas. Let's get it.
you right there in the H officially, right?
Yep.
Oh shit, man, I'm out there all the time. I might even be out there tomorrow. So we gonna chop it up about that. So I do want to ask you this though, fam, because one thing that I do like to do, because you're a black man, you're a black father. So, and also I seen that you made a post previously. Basically, you always highlight your children, but I seen that you said that your daughter decided what to train in boxing, or she trying to take it up amateur or
Yeah.
something like that. So I kind of want to speak on you being a black father, and then also one of your children deciding to also carry the McClellan name into the ring.
Yeah. So I have a 17-year-old daughter that she wants to box, man. So I've been having her in the gym with me since I want to say going on 2 years now, man. She's been in the gym, and when I tell you, man, she picking us, man, she she picking this shit up at a rate to where she falling in love with it, man. She's liking this, man. She's loving it. So like, I don't have to like all all of my kids, man. Like, I don't want to never force this upon them, man. Like, I want to give them their own free will, because I feel like, my father sacrificed himself and his body, to give me a better life. That got cut short, because of the accident in '95. But I'm picking up where he left off. I'm picking up, and continuing on. So I'm putting myself out there. I'm sacrificing to putting my mind, my body, and my spirit into this, man. My blood, sweat, and years and tears into this. So I can give my kids a better life. It's the same motivation, man. Same motivation, same inspiration that my father, was doing, you know, so he can give me and my younger brother, my younger sister a better life, to where we could choose, we could have a choice. We don't, we're not forced to have to do this or put our body through this, because this, when I tell you, this is a tough sport, man. This is a tough sport, man. Like, this sport will beat you, man. If you ain't prepared for this, man, don't get in this. You have to be strong mentally, just as well as physically, man. But it's more, I mean, it's more mental. It's more of a mental battle, man,
Yeah.
because everything that comes with this, like, okay, so my name is buzzing real bad right now. So, my name is in a lot of people's mouths, as far as in the gym, as far as like promoters, as far as coaches, the word is circulating, Gerald McClellan Jr. SOT, sure, So I'm I'm carefully, you know, going about this, the right way, you know, doing everything that makes sense. Like I said, I got a beautiful team behind me, man, and you know, my kids, if they do decide to, take this serious and do this, then I'm behind them 110%. If they don't, then they don't. But my daughter, she seems like she wants to push this forward, man, and my son, I have a son that's 18. My son, he basically might take up the family business, on the under the business side, promoting, just because I do have SOG promotions, Son of Jura promotions, and so we doing things differently, man. Like, not like the average boxer back in the day, man. Um,
You mind going into some details about that? Yeah, that's interesting. I want to kind of hear a little bit about that if you don't mind.
yeah, so I have a game plan. A lot of fighters, I don't know what their game plan is. I can't speak for another fighter, man, but I can say for me, Gerald McClellan Jr. has a game plan, man. I have SOG Promotions, that's Son of Gerald Promotions, and I will be getting into I'll be diving into the promotion part, the promotional aspect of the boxing game, man. So, you know, I've been I've been I've been scouting out, a few players, to sign with SOG Promotions, and who knows, man. In the next few fights, when I'm the main event, the main headliner, I probably have a guy or two that signed to SOG Promotions fighting for me, on my on the same card. So, that's gonna be real big, man. But I'm and then I eventually, want to open up my own gym, man. And me and my father's name, man. The Gerald McClellan boxing gym, or whatever you want to call it, SOG, whatever, man. As long as we keeping this bloodline, this family business flowing, man. And I'm trying to set up everything to where my great great grandkids, can have something look up to or be involved in. So
So
yeah.
this is a generational type thing. So, and I'm glad that you also said this because basically you setting up your father. He helped set the stage. Putting y'all into the sport. Making the name known and respected. You carrying the torch. Your daughter, she falling in love with the sport. Your son trying to do the business. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I most definitely salute that. So this is what I want to ask you. Um, what would you like? Because everybody that fight, they want to be world champion or a champion or something. What would you like your legacy and impact to be in the sport of boxing when it's all said and done? When you're at the end of your career, and you know what I'm saying. What would you like your legacy to be from your fighting days?
So I just want to be. Listen, first and foremost, I want to be labeled as the people's champ before there's any title that I have to take. You know, I want to be the people's champ. I want to fight for the people, man. And what I mean by that is, my fight for the people is, I fight for the people, who's had a rough upbringing, who had dreams and aspirations to do this or do that. And it ain't necessarily got to be boxing. It could be anything, any kid, of the younger generation, man, that grew up, um, dreaming and wanting to do something. He was told that he couldn't do it, or told that he was, too much on the heavy side, or he was too skinny, or he ain't weigh enough, or he ain't weigh less, or he didn't finish school. Just the underdog, man. I'm I want to be the poster child for the underdogs. Cause I did 7.5 years. Okay, so the the accident that happened to my father, that left my house, broken. That left my childhood just messed up. Cause that happened when I was about 7 years old. So you got a kid that's going from seeing their dad and um participating with their dad, man, for birthdays, holidays, going out with their dad, dressing like twins, dressing up the same as their dad, driving in the cars, going out to eat, just doing father and son stuff with their dad. So you one fight took that away, ripped that father figure, away from my life. And then I have to see my dad in a wheelchair, and he's blind and paralyzed, and he can't talk as much. He got short-term memory, so that does something to a kid, man. So from 7 years old to my teenage years, I'm getting in trouble in school. I'm trying to replace that bond that I had with my father. you know I replaced that bond with the streets. So I dove into the streets, and I'm getting in trouble. I'm gang banging and doing this and that. I got the wrong crowd around me. I'm part of the wrong crowd, and I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for any kid. So you know, um, you if anybody can get something from my story, man, or something from me, it's that you can start off rough and things can seem bad, but you can always turn it around. You can always turn it around. Like I said, you have to believe. You have to believe. You have to have that self-belief that you are better than what you're doing right now. You are better than what they say you are. You can do this. You can do that. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something, because the moment that you do believe that, then you know you're gonna find yourself in a place, in a situation that you never thought you would be in, just because you don't have that faith in yourself. You don't have that belief in yourself that you are greater than what somebody told you was, that you are greater than what you believe that you are. All you have to do is just believe. I can do this, I can do that. if G-Man did it, if SOG did 7.5 years in a federal penitentiary, came home, made something of himself, got on TV, fighting, raising his kids. If he didn't have an active dad that was on top of him since the age of 7, but he still came out good, man, I can too. So, that's like if anybody anything from me, just know that you can become better. You you always can become better. So that
Hey, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this, SOG.
yeah,
You got a story of redemption
yes,
with everything, the same things that you went through. We see people standing outside the corner store, outside the liquor store asking for spare change. We got people blaming their upbringing and the unfortunate situations they went through in life. They blaming those things on why they at the level they at now for
mm,
their failure. But you still got positivity. You conducting yourself like a businessman. Well, you are a businessman, not like a businessman. Let me get that right. You are a businessman. You taking care of your children. You active in your children's life, and you got the discipline after everything you've been through. That would have broke a lot of people. In your same story, something similar then broke others. So most definitely you got hell of a testimony. That's why and it's something I'm gonna send in a message to show you. I've been a fan kind of reached out to the McClellan people. I was trying to get me one of them G-Man hoodies back in the day. I think that was back in 2018. Then they told me that they were sold out. They were gonna let me know when they were making some more. But that was 2018. I've been a fan of the G-Man. One of my favorite fighters. Mike Tyson, like you see Mike Tyson, this from the meet and greet. Tyson, one of my, that's one of my favorites. But Gerald McClellan, most definitely one of my favorite fighters. So yeah, it's most definitely an honor to have you here.
thank you.
And kind of right now because we is approaching an hour. So I kind of want to do it like this because we both in Texas and everything, and I think this is a part one.
Oh
I'm gonna say this
yeah,
part one.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna say this part one. So I'm gonna tag your YouTube because I see you got a YouTube channel.
Yep.
I'm gonna tag your YouTube once I premiere this, and but also any other social medias that you want to plug in, or where can people get merchandise? 'Cause I know there's gonna be a lot of people,
Oh yeah.
trying to get merchandise and trying to follow you. So can you plug in your social media?
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook, Gerald McClellan Jr. You can find me on Instagram under Gerald McClellan Jr. _SOG. You can find me on YouTube. Just type in my YouTube channel, Gerald McClellan Jr. I do have an online store that I just launched called SOG Athletics. So he's gonna put the Cam, if you could put the
links.
yeah, the links in there, man. I appreciate that, man.
I'm gonna put every link.
You got all type of SOG hoodies, shirts, hats, socks, towels, water,
Mhm.
cell phone cases. I got videos on there of me training. People can book one-on-one training sessions, hour sessions with me. They pull up to the gym. Just hey, look, I'm all for the people. Like I said, hey, I'm the people's champ, man. Hey,
Salute. Hey, look, SOG. I'm gonna make sure because I checked out all that. I had to do my research. So I checked out all that. I'm gonna most definitely make sure I order something. I don't know if you be having anything on hand or whatnot. But because like I said, I'm always an H. But I'm gonna most definitely, and my people who support me, I'm gonna make sure they also show some support because this the thing. Your father had a hell of a story, but you paved in your own path.
yeah,
And this one thing that's really crazy because it's a lot of famous fighters that had children, and a lot of those children that became fighters or became anything else, they lived in their parents' shadow, so to say, right?
Yeah.
But you making your own path, you paving your own way, and to be honest, you know what I'm saying? For everybody who was a fan of your father, shit, this is a hell of a journey to be excited about. And hey, man, it's an honor, you know what I'm saying, to watch all this, you know what I'm saying, come to fruition for you. So most definitely, man, it's an honor, and I appreciate you again. And we almost to that hour, but anything else you'd like to say before we end this? And then once I end it, I want you to stay on for a little sec. I just want to ask you something, and we'll get off. But anything you want to say before I end the recording?
All right, so I just want to say, man, listen. I, Gerald McClellan Jr., a.k.a. SOG, son of Gerald, light heavyweight boxer, I am going to take over the light heavyweight division, man. I'm taking it over. Me and Team SOG, we have big plans. Big plans. Hey, be looking out for me to be fighting at least 3 more times before this year is out. Not including this fight this month, but 3 more times after this fight. We staying busy, man. We staying busy, hungry.
Let's go.
We humble. We some humble beasts over here. Everybody in the camp is a part of this humble beast camp, man. This. Hey, listen. Hey, Cam talk too much. I want to thank you for having me, man. Always remember, anybody who follow my career, man, whatever it is that you do, you could be a golf player, hockey player, tennis player, soccer player, boxer, whatever, judge, doctor. Do not ever lose faith. Do not give up. Follow your dreams. Follow whatever it is that you want to do. Have faith in God and have faith in yourself, man.
Hey, much love and respect, and I appreciate that, SOG. And salute to everybody who watched this video. Hit the like button. Make sure y'all follow him on every social media. Check out his website, man. Shop with him. Support black business. Support this black father, and salute and support this role model, man. Your past does not automatically determine your future. Whatever you believe, you can achieve, and we got a living testimony right here. I'm gonna play this intro, y'all. Again, well, it's an outro now. I'm gonna play this again, then we out. Salute. I appreciate you, SOG.
All right.
Play this.
She said only kinky sex.
Hello, it's Amanda, the real deal Serrano, and I would like to give a special shout out to Can't Talk Too Much and Punch Gang.
Hello everyone, it's 3-time world champion Victor Ortiz. I'd like to give a shout out to Cam Talk Too Much.
Hey, this is Monique Billings from the WNBA's Atlanta Dream, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Cam Talk Too Much.
What's the deal? It's the champ, Shannon Cannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Shout out to the Cam Talk Too Much and the Punch Gang. Keep punching on the opposition.
So let me slide, do a crime like we Bonnie and Clyde, and I never hide. Meet me outside by my fucking ride, and this shit real.
I want to give a big shout out to my best friend, Cam Talk Too Much, Punch Gang.
Cam Talk Too Much.
Like all the time. Said you mine, why the fucking line? I ain't even had no basis. Like all night.